What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. So, guys, as you can see, I'm not in my studio. I'm out here in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. In the wake of the Memphis trial, Tyree Nichols murder trial out here in Memphis, Tennessee. And that starts tomorrow. I'll be attending that. Hopefully, we'll see this whole thing through and get a verdict of guilty. And speaking of guilty, I want to talk about some information that has come out. I left this in the community post last night. Some of you guys had seen it. You know, with heavy heart, I like to tell you that, you know, sadly, this young lady you see up here, 17-year-old London Thomas from Inkster, Michigan, her body has just been found yesterday, exactly 3 weeks after she was first reported missing after being with her boyfriend, who's not pictured up here, who's 23 years old. Now, I done talked about that, and you know, a lot of people are hurting out there in Inkster, Michigan that love this young lady. And here's the news, and then we'll come back with commentary.
Starts right now with a breaking news alert.
We begin with that breaking news, a tragic update to a story we've been following for weeks. Family of London Thomas tells us the 17-year-old's body has been found. It's been 3 weeks since London was last seen. 7 News Detroit reporter Tierra Braddock live in Southfield for us tonight. And Tierra, lots of questions remain tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Whitney. And London's mom texted me about an hour and a half ago saying that her daughter was, quote, "It's true, she's gone." Now, just a sad situation. London, only 17 years old, and sources tell us that her body was found in Southfield near the area of 8 Mile and Telegraph. Now, this information is just preliminary, and so I want everyone to keep that in mind. But we've been following this case for weeks now. She went missing on April 5th from Inkster. Police, family, and even complete strangers have been searching for her. Last week, police raided the home of London's boyfriend, which is in Inkster. Now, that's where she was last seen. Police have confirmed the 23-year-old is a person of interest in London's disappearance. We spoke to London's dad a few weeks ago at one of the search parties. Hear what he had to say about his daughter.
London is my best friend. She's a good kid. She's very talented. She's down to earth. Everybody love her. She do hair and makeup. She, you know, she's well known. She's a little artist. You know, she like to rap and dance and sing.
Just a very sad situation. Now, we are still trying to find out more details about exactly what's surrounding her death and where she was found. But once we figure out that information, we'll be sure to make sure everyone knows online and at home. But for now, we're just going to figure out some stuff out here, Whitney.
All right, Tierra, thank you so much for your live reporting. Hard details to hear there. And we know this is a case so many of you have been following at home. As Tierra said, we'll continue to bring you updates on air and online at WXYZ.com. That's where you can also find our previous coverage on this case.
Okay, guys, that's the terrible news about what happened to young London Thomas. May she rest in peace. Body found in the woods in Southfield, Michigan. Now, I don't know how far that is from Inkster. If anybody's out there, like, you could let everybody know in the comment section, you know, the distance between the two. But I want you to think about something. It's nothing nowadays for human beings to throw other human beings away like trash in the street. Body just found out in the open. Somebody came across it. Those that don't value life, or let me rephrase that, those that are lifeless inside, guys, have no value of life outside of themselves. They don't. And a lot of times you see people like this, they exhibit reckless behavior, whether they're running in stores, robbing, or doing other crazy stuff, or putting themselves in harm's way, risking their freedom, or whatever, to hurt somebody else. This is the new reality, which leads me to my next point. The war on women continues. I was one of these guys, man, a long time ago, before I really start paying attention to what's really out here. You know, watching the news and seeing things like that, you start to see multiple patterns. It's like now, it's like women have been more vulnerable than ever. And I'm not just talking about black women. I'm talking about all women. If you open your eyes, You can't go anywhere without somebody touching you inappropriately, targeting your children, trying to get close to you to get to your children, or just blatantly coming up to you and trying to snatch you like fruit off of a tree and run off with you like a barbarian. This is crazy. I don't know where this came from, but this needed to be cut off at the root. This girl's 17 years old, y'all. 17. Seemed like a girly girl. Did hair, did all this other stuff. People loved her. Her boyfriend was 23. Now, I don't know the relationship that, London had with her father or how they felt about that type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, me coming from old school parenting, it just leaves a question mark with me. If he's 27 years old and he still lives at home with his parents, he ain't ready for no woman or anything. Now, I don't know. They say he's a person of interest, and they're not saying he did it or not, but usually person of interest means a suspect. But I wouldn't be surprised if all of this links back to him, because I'm gonna say this. Ain't no way some girl came to see me, whether she's young or not, and she has the title of my girlfriend or somebody I care about or I'm in a relationship with, and I want you ladies to hear me, where he don't know where I'm at and he dropped me off somewhere else and I wasn't protected and walked all the way back to my door. You walk from your door to go see this dude, but all of a sudden you up missing and don't nobody know nothing. Police running up in his house, the FBI ran up in his house, they investigating. Now that they got the body, I'm more than sure you'll start to see more stuff come out. Possibly an arrest made by this Friday, and it's Sunday right now. I'm telling you, this is messed up out here. She's 17, still in school. This guy been an adult for what, 5 years, 18 plus 5? Now, some of y'all said the age of consent is 16, but still at 23 years old, come on, come on. And the reason why I keep bringing him up, and y'all like, yo, he might not be the one that did. Listen, if he wasn't messing with this girl at his age, things would have been different. In the other video I did, they said the lady was like, he's very strange. He's very weird, very strange. A lot of people give off dark vibes, skeevy vibes, vibes that make you side-eye them, whether they good people or not. A lot of times that's attractive to other people because they might not know what the vibe is, but it might have some type of mystery or intrigue that's attractive. And that person that has that may have that because, they know they have it. They may be able to cover it up or make it colorful, and the person doesn't see the real danger. This whole thing is messed up. This is what? The third or fourth girl missing from, or woman missing from Michigan this year, black woman? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. When did this become a cool thing? You go from loving somebody and all of a sudden they disappear and you don't know where they at? You sitting up in the house and walking around like everything's normal. Your girlfriend missing, don't even look right. And it's the same MO. These people do this type of stuff and try to walk around and think, I don't know where she at. I dropped her off here or I did that. It's going to work in society. Come on. People are so smart, they stupid. Something's wrong here. All I know is in Inkster, Michigan right now and other parts of Michigan where family are, it's a dark day for a lot of people that love this child. My daughter's 9. I love my daughter to death. As a father, if something ever happened to her, heinous like this, a disappearance, her body found, whatever, a lot of things would go through in my mind. You guys as well. Did she suffer? Did this? Did that? Who wants to go through that? I'm more than sure they know who this guy was. He probably laughed and joked and smiled around these people. Probably ate barbecue. Probably hung out with them. Probably chilled in her house. Anything's possible. But to know that the person you're dealing with, that you claim you care about, has people that care about her, and you see them and know them, and you do this, and then you come back with that I don't know shit, something wrong, man. Something is wrong. And I'm not saying he did it, but we'll see. But I do know this. She's gone. Didn't even finish high school. Seemed like a happy kid. And now she's gone. Makes no sense. left in the woods by herself to be found by whoever. You think about that. You got people committing crimes and just throwing guns and kids find them. Now you got it where bodies are just in the street, and depending on if you make a wrong turn or something, you'll bump into something you ain't want to see that'll give you PTSD in itself. Horrific. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. I don't care what it was. I know this young lady did not deserve that. She had the rest of her life ahead of her, and it was up to, it was nobody else's right to take that from her for whatever reason at her age. Especially when somebody's old enough to know better. I'm gonna leave it at that. See you in the next video. Take care.